Check it out, it snowed last night.
Sie heute im Walt Disney Studios Park begrüßen zu dürfen. Aus Sicherheitsgründen möchten wir Sie darum bitten, sich ohne
We are in studios.
Attraktion zu begeben.
That's quite clever. Crushes Gusto. This is the bungee tower, parachute tower. There we go. Terror Towers.
Greetings, fellow toys. I am Buzz Lightyear. Everything is assembled and ready for maximum fun.
sucks.
Yeah? Good to see you.
Aujourd'hui, on fait very good entrance there. Yes, hello.
It's brilliant. Do you want another photo with him now that everyone's awake?
Ok, attention, 3, 2, 1, go!
Action, cue music.
Oh wow! Well, that's the end of our second day in the parks. We spent the entire thing in the studios. Again, starting chronologically and probably going off from there. We said yesterday we were going to start with Crush's Coaster. We didn't because it wasn't open when we got there, but the Cars ride was. So we did that instead. And that was quite good actually, as a little kid's ride when we saw it. We didn't do it last time we were here, but we saw it and thought it looked a bit very young kiddie dodgems, but actually once we got on it, it was quite well done. It was a clever mechanism for it, and yeah, well, it was a kid's dodgems.
Sort of spinning around in figures of 8, so actually much more exciting than the teacups yesterday, I would say.
Yes, that's very true actually. The teacups look bigger and more fun.
They've been handicapped.
But yeah, but actually, yeah, but that was a lot more fun. So that was good. And then we went to Crush's Coaster. And how's Crush's Coaster?
Awesome. It's really nice visually. It's if you've been at Alton Towers, it's like the Sonic
Spinball, or
what?
Sort of or the Spinball Wizard was its old name. But yeah.
Sonic right now.
Yeah.
So you're basically in this shell, and it's 2 on each side, facing outwards, and it spins round. And sort of at the beginning part, there's sort of not necessarily animatronics, but sort of models, and then there's some projections of the sort of Nemo and Squirt going around, and then sort of slightly later on Bruce pops out and things, and then
yeah, there's a little bit of a show at the start, a little bit of a visual show, which is cool actually. It's a nice little
quite a
visual
nice
show
touch.
to get you in the mood. And then they throw you in a blue lit roller coaster.
Brilliant.
And it's
Actually, it's very cleverly done.
it's very fun, and it's a good churner as well.
We did that 3 times all told.
Yeah, we managed to do it 3 times
And
today.
the novelty still hadn't worn off.
Yeah, and we're looking to do it another 3 times tomorrow actually. Quite happy to do that actually. It's a really nice ride because it's visual and roller coaster. So from there we went into Toyland, which is the new Toy Story park, which is relatively new. Last time we were here we only managed to do the RC Racer, but this time we did all 3. So first one's the parachute drop, which as I say we haven't done. It's parachute drop. They lift you up and they drop you and bounce you up and down. I kind of saw it as a kid's Tower of Terror.
Yeah, actually, sort of, but slower.
Yeah, it's a nice climb and a slow descent, and you sort of slowly go up
There's a
and
bit
down.
of sort of wooziness in the stomach. But
Yeah,
Nothing like the RC.
no. So no, the thing was quite nice. The big thing with the parachute jump is that you get a nice view, and you can go, oh, look at that. So yeah, the parachute jump's really highly done. Highly recommended. The RC, because you mentioned it, is a swing boat.
Yeah, basically, it's big sort of half pipe, and you're in the RC car, and you go, and your stomach goes.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, so anyone, if the ride does, it reminds me of
So the big pirate ship type swing boats.
yeah,
It
the
really
big pirate ship swing boats, except instead of it being on a hook, it is actually a car that fires up this ramp. Apart from that, the only other thing I would say is it does go slightly inclined, whereas the pirate ships usually get to the point where they'll swing to a point that they're vertical or horizontal, however you want to say, like that. This does go like that.
Yeah.
So you do go beyond a point, and where your safety zone does go a bit. So the RC car again is well recommended. Actually, that was good. And then there was the Slinky Dog.
Great for young kids.
I was bored.
It's Slinky Dog, and he's trying to chase his tail. So it's all the springs are where the carts are, and you sort of go up and down in a circle, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's just a little merry-go-round almost for wee kids' merry-go-round.
We walked straight on it, so it was fun, but there was no way I would have queued for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't, and we're not going to do it again.
it's not
Because
on
we
our
did,
list.
we did go around RC and the parachutes a second time later on, and we just walked straight past Slinky, not interested. From there, Tower of Terror. We did that 3 times today, mostly because, but I think the third time was literally because it was there and we needed out the cold.
Yes.
Because it's
Again, very cold day. Not as cold as yesterday,
No.
but there was a wind, so if you were caught out in it, it was quite chilling.
yeah, and it snowed last night, so we had snow on the ground, so we couldn't run, which was actually a big thing because it was icy, so it was slippy. So whilst it was freezing, we just ran everywhere to keep warm, but we couldn't do that
We
today.
were
so-
doing our Bambi impersonations.
Yeah, we were all slipping about the place. It was quite bad. But Tower of Terror, it shows you a little show. You go in an elevator cart, they show you another show with very clever optical illusions, and then they bounce you up and down like you're on a pogo stick. I
Brilliant.
love it. I love it.
And we've discovered that if you put your arms up,
Yeah, classic. It's better if you don't hold on, because of the fact that if you brace yourself, it does have
it's
handles.
that safety barrier.
Yeah.
You're losing that safety barrier, and it instantly makes your stomach just go, whoa.
It's more as well
Brilliant.
because if you're holding in, you lock yourself so that you're sitting on the seat. Whereas if you just don't hold on to
Sometimes
anything,
do leave
yeah,
the
you
seat.
do leave your seat a couple of inches. So,
Especially because I was having my bag on the floor and the bag was coming up with
awesome. So yeah, no, really, that Tower of Terror I highly recommend. That was
Highlight last time and highlight this time.
Yeah, last time I came, I didn't. When we first saw it, and I knew about it that it drops you, I thought they would rise you up and drop you, and that was it.
Yeah, it's like Doctor Doom's Tower of Terror type thing.
Yeah, but it's not. They lift you up and they drop you, and they pick you up higher and they drop you, and then they lift you up really, really high and then they drop you, and then they bounce you up and down a bit, and then they pull you up all the way and drop you again. And so yeah, you bounce about quite a bit, which is brilliant, you know. Really nice amount of ride, nice bit of, you know, visuals at the start.
Yeah,
Love it.
Not too much, which is unfortunate for the Aerosmith ride. I would say
Which is
there is such a thing as too much of a good thing.
Yeah.
The
Rock and
Aerosmith
roller coaster is
rubbish. Suffers. It's a sudden acceleration roller coaster, which are always great fun.
Yeah,
and
the acceleration.
Corkscrews and a couple of loops, and it goes on. And so
yeah,
it's on a bit, and there's flashing lights, and it continues.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah,
it's about, I'd only say maybe 20-30 seconds too long. But it does impact you when you come off of, I don't know.
Yeah, it is I think my big issue with it is it does corkscrews and loops and turns, and that's all cool. But it does this sudden acceleration start, and you feel it, and you do it every time it starts. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, let's do this. And then it slows down, and then it goes round everything at about the speed of Thunder Mountain, and you know, and I'm not holding on going, whoa, you know, I was second time round, they were playing Love in an Elevator, and I was sitting dancing in my seat because I was bored. I was like, I can't bother with this roller coaster, it's rubbish. And they do a big sort of thing, which I thought was totally pointless, where you go in and they have a video of Aerosmith making the ride, and they're like, oh, it was great because we're going around here, and then it just got to this point, I heard going down, and I'm just like, piss off, you dickheads. It just seemed completely unnecessary. It was just there to get Aerosmith's face in it and
really
name on it. It just didn't. Meh. So yeah, so that was not the most exciting ride. We did a few shows. Cinemagique, which was weird.
No, we were both expecting a sort of history of cinema, not an actual mini film. It was a half-hour long film, and it was, I don't want to spoil it in case someone does go.
But it's almost a parody of the history of the most famous movies ever.
Yeah, it's just about every single film you can think of
that's famous.
That is considered famous.
Yeah.
Is in there, including Monty Python.
You
I
weren't
did have a
expecting
giggle
that.
of. I wasn't expecting a Monty Python again.
Especially where they put it made me giggle. Alan
Yes.
Carr, yeah, and they've got the people. There are some big name actors doing the parts that aren't from other movies, such as it's Alan Cummings in it, and I can't remember the name of the main guy.
Big
But
comedian, though.
I know him, yeah, he's a very popular slapstick comedian, but hey ho, I'm sure he did a load of stuff with Mel Brooks and stuff. So that was, Cinemagique was quite good, but was one-off. I don't know whether I'd even worry about seeing it a second time if we came back.
Somebody else
Who hadn't seen it, but it is well worth stopping in and seeing that
if you
once.
need to get out the cold for a half hour, which is what we needed.
Oh yeah, that's why we needed it. And then the other show we saw, which had us stuck in the cold for half an hour, was the motorsports. What's it called? Car action, which I was not expecting to enjoy actually.
It was a motor car stunt show, which was, and they were sort of explaining how they filmed them at the same time, which was quite good. And we had a guest appearance from Lightning McQueen. Which was a good giggle, although it was rather funny that his was the really slow car despite him going
I'm speed.
I'm speed.
Basically, yeah, because it was a random little show so that they could put in Lightning McQueen's
whilst
name.
They were setting up the props
Well,
for the
yeah,
next
whilst
piece.
they were setting up for the second another piece. But they have, he sort of pops out, drives around a wee bit, drives after another car, and then that's it. And it's more so they can go, look, we have a working Lightning McQueen prop, but I think if it goes over 40 miles an hour, the prosthetic sort of paneling will fall off. So, you know, it's not like all the other cars where they do slam the other ones around.
All the handbrake turns.
Yeah, all the handbrake turns, and you know, the actual stunt cars are designed to be stunt cars. That's designed to be a showpiece, you know. So that was really cool. It was really nice to see Lightning about that, though. I did really like that, though. When he came in, you just felt the entire audience go, "It's Lightning McQueen!"
Every single boy in that audience
Right.
probably just gasped in delight.
I was hoping he was going to be in it. Actually, I did want that. And we only saw the short version of the show. I think it was too cold, and a lot of the stunts.
Quite icy as well.
Yeah, and also it was icy, so there were certain stunts I don't think they could do, and some of the stunts that they cut down, because at the end they sort of show a trailer of the movie that they'd been filming, and there's loads of stunts that weren't there, but we'd seen the bits that they'd used, like the props that they'd used to do them. One of them that made me laugh is that we saw a stunt where it's basically a motorcyclist comes off his bike, gets set on fire and runs around. But when we did it, saw it happen, I thought it was supposed to be off the screen kind of stuff, because he comes off the bike and a guy runs up with literally one of the long kitchen lighters and goes click and sets him on fire. But it turns out if you go when it's not icy as all hell,
He's meant
they
to
have
slide through a wall of flames.
Yeah, they have a wall of flames. He said, that's awesome. So yeah, if we will come back more peak season, I'd do it again to see it properly. It was really, really cool. And I think that's pretty much what we did rides and show wise. We ate today. Remy's restaurant was open. It was called Restaurant of the Stars.
Featuring guest chef Remy.
That made her day.
Yes. It was amazing. It's sort of an all-you-can-eat buffet type thing, so it's sort of regional food. Obviously, film set in France, so they had ratatouille and all that sort of stuff, which was great.
Yeah.
And so we sat down and whilst we were eating, pops this chap with this sort of trolley.
We knew what it was because we'd seen it online.
Sneak previews online, and it's this large platter, and he lifts the lid off, and it's an animatronic, life-size Remy, so about that tall, a little tiny thing, animatronic, and he would squeak and sort of nod and sniff around and things, and the chap brought this round on the table, so it really did make my day, I must confess.
It was so cute.
Because we knew they were doing it in the...
I'm sorry, keep talking.
In the American park. Here, I'll wait till you come back.
It's okay.
Is that line?
Yeah, go.
Right. We knew they were doing the Remy animatronic in the American park, but we didn't know if it was going to be in the French park.
And also being off season, whether they'd even, if they did have it, whether they'd show it.
Whether they'd even bother. So we were both really happy to see it.
We were pleased to see we were pleased that the restaurant alone, I was happy enough that the restaurant alone was still there, because at least we could say, oh, we ate at the Ratatouille restaurant. But
not even that, we're visiting France, it's nice to have some French food.
Yeah.
I don't want to be eating American style food all
I was actually being British, I was a bit like, where's the chips? There's no chips. But they did very nice stuff. The starters was all sort of salads and pasta salads and things, and some pate and pork pie basically, and that was all very nice. Mains consisted of lots of different things. There was beef. Yeah, there was beef bourguignon. There was chicken and a mushroom. There was basic pizza. There was pasta and a load of different sauces put on it, such as a bolognese and some meatballs. They had fresh roast chicken, spare ribs, chicken wings, loads and loads of stuff.
Rice, and there was also sort of turkey and a mustard sauce. I didn't have any.
Oh, I didn't have that.
But that was sort of tucked around the side.
Oh, was that the chef's special?
The chef's special was a sort of fish thing.
Yeah, I was a bit. It looked quite nice, but it just said today's special, and I'm like, That's
Never
nice.
trust the special.
What is it? Yes. Oh, I don't know what it is. And then the desserts was just loads and loads and loads of different little cakey things.
Mousses and brownies and that sort of strawberry mousse thing.
Cake.
Cheesecake type thing.
Which we ate about 3 of.
They were lovely.
They were really nice. And then they had fresh fruit and like marshmallows, just marshmallows that you could help yourself to, and little sweets. So we did cheat. So I had an orange whilst there, but we did pocket an apple each and a big handful of the wrap. They just had little sucky sweets, so we've nicked a handful of them. They'll be useful for the plane home. So, and it was a good price actually. The drinks again were expensive.
Very expensive, but that's sort of one thing. Is juice in general over here is really expensive.
We're in a theme park. It always is.
Because even bottles of water are €3.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
But it
quite
was
extortionate,
€4.50 for a can of Coke,
which is ridiculous.
which was mental. But seeing as it was €22 each for all you can eat, and we did go. We knew we were going to do it, so we waited till we were starving and did it, and then went in and just went absolutely nuts and just bought a drink each, and it came to pretty much exactly the same price as we paid for the 3-course meal.
No, it was cheaper by about €20. That was 18, so 60.
Fair enough.
So
Wasn't this 60 something?
no,
65?
No, it was like 58 or something.
Was it? Okay.
But,
Can't remember. Either way, it was cheaper than the 3-course meal at the Mickey Mouse Cafe. So that's highly advised, I would have said.
Yeah.
And then for dinner, we did go to McDonald's. And I'm jealous of the French. They do McDonald's right. 2 reasons for saying that. One, they serve iced tea, like Lipton iced tea, in the vending machine, where the Scottish have Iron Brew, the French have Lipton iced tea. And I was just like, I want that. So that was quite nice. I got an iced tea with my McDonald's, so that was lovely. They don't salt the chips nearly as much, but that could have just been today. And the other thing is that Rachel got a Happy Meal, and they do an extra bit. I always thought it was weird that our Happy Meals in Scotland, you get your hamburger, yeah, you get your burger, you get chips or a fruit bag, and you get your drink. I always thought like a burger and a fruit bag as your lunch was a bit weird. So they do it right here though, that you get your burger, your chips, or a salad bag, and it's little cherry tomatoes and some lettuce in that. Your drink, and then your fruit bag, or what we, fruit of the day. It's almost whatever we have in.
Yeah, and it was almost like one of those little probiotic yogurts.
Yeah, it looked like a little
It was
yogurt tub.
Strawberry and sort of blackcurrant flavour. Really nice. We sort of pulled it open just out of sheer curiosity's sake. It's like, what is this? It's in French and I can't read it.
What was interesting about it, because we were like, they've given us a yogurt, because it was a little yogurt tub, was a spoon. I think you're supposed to drink it, and we opened it, and you take the foil off, and it leaves just a thin plastic lid on it, but with almost like a Coke can hole in it. And yeah, it was a yogurt, and it tasted exactly like yogurt, but with the consistency of milk. So that was crazy, but like just the extra portion in the Happy Meal, I thought made all the difference. And yeah, the McDonald's is McDonald's price. It was €5.90 for a regular sized Big Mac meal, and it was €4 for a Happy Meal. Which, so yeah, if you're coming over on a shoestring, you could live off McDonald's quite happily. If you came over with not much money, you could get away with doing that. So yeah, so that's our second day. I think tomorrow we've had a look at what we want to do. We're definitely wanting to do the parade,
yeah,
and Dumbo's if they're open, because they weren't open last when we were in there, and the art show. There's a art museum in the studios which we want to do. So it's sort of a lot of the walkabout stuff that we missed because we were too busy going on rides.
Yeah.
So we'll do those tomorrow. So that's us. We'll see you for the next one where we're talking about tomorrow. So see you later. Cheerio.
Bye.